What's going on, my good people? Just sitting here chilling, man. Took a day off, much needed. And it's really not even a day off, man, because I gotta cook. Me and my wife, we cooking for people, man. We want people to have a well-nourished meal, so we're gonna cook for these people. Um, Chill, man. We're embarking on a day that they say is Jesus' birthday. Man, we all know Jesus is Pisces. But anyways, man, you know, whatever this day means to whatever, man, I appreciate it for it, man. Time off to be with the family. You should appreciate that too, man. You should have a lot of appreciation for life. Like, man, if you got your parents, man, you blessed. You blessed. Let me tell you something about parents, man. Like, if you got some good parents, bro, man, you blessed, bro. Let me tell you what happened to me at 27. I'm talking about height of my life. Man, I got my job. I got out of college, man. What, 2007? Got a job working overseas, man. So this is the first time I had ever made some money. Like, everybody I had been around, they ain't really made no money like that. So I'm like a first time money, first person in the family ever have some like real money coming in, you know, and it was consistent. And so, man, I had all this stuff going on, man. Like, everything's going up. Everything's going up. And then one day, I used to go and call my people all the time. But, you know, back then, 2007, you know, you had video messaging and all that other crazy stuff. And I'm in Iraq, so I'm at the liberty of somebody else's internet. So basically, you working off emails. So I get an email from my family, and they're like, give us a call. And so I call, like, hey, what's going on? And it's my mom. And she said, today they say that they found cancer. What? What does that mean? So that started like a domino effect. Domino effect. I didn't see this decline coming. I ain't see nothing about this shit. I ain't see nothing about it. Like, the shit just caught me slipping. Boop. And so, like, imagine you riding this ride and it's going up, 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 up. And then it halfway get to the point, and then it, you know, at the height of a roller coaster when you about to go down, imagine that bitch just stopped right there. And you just sitting there like, and your ass clenched tight, you know. That's kind of how it was, you know, dealing with my mom having cancer. So, time moving on. She going through chemo, she going through all this shit. I'm a realist, man. I'm a realist to the core. When I see something, in my life, I go by what I see with my eyes, what I hear out your mouth, and what others say about you. So everybody else optimistic, but I'm seeing my mama go through some changes. Her weight's fluctuating, hair falling out, teeth starting to look a certain way. Like, my mom always had really beautiful teeth, and it was just like something was happening. Just couldn't put my finger on it. Something was happening. So, just, man, going through it. But all of this time, remember, I'm working in Iraq. So You know, I'm not letting everybody know what's going on. I'm just kind of dealing with it, man. And not trying to bother nobody with it. Everybody's real cool, man. I appreciate everybody in that time, man, because, man, I was stressed the fuck out, but I was hopeful, man. I wasn't worried about it. To me, death wasn't real. Because, like, when you're not scared of death, man, you can accomplish so many things. And, like, for me, it just wasn't real. It didn't hit home yet. So, this is my first little battle with, damn, man, you could fucking die. So, time move on. Shit not looking good. Shit not looking good. So now we down to the end, but it didn't become real until this day. So my mom, like, she liked to party, man. So she wanted everybody at the house. She wanted to throw a party every day. So this one day, while she having a party, she cut off the music. She said, "Hey, baby, cut off the music." He said, "Hey, y'all calm down. Come sit around me." She said, I specifically invited you people tonight because tonight we need to plan my funeral." When life becomes real. And so now we sitting here. She said, "Look, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, and I want this." And I was just like trying to process that we're sitting here planning my mama's funeral. I couldn't put my mind around this. This is life. This is real life happening right in my face. And I'm glad that my mama took this approach, because most families are real passive in this time, and then the family be scrambling at the end. Nah. She was like, "We finna make this shit final right now so we can go ahead and get the party on. Let's get the business out the way and let's get the party on." So, man, we planned the whole funeral right there, man. And so I'm thinking about, while my mama saying this now, my mama said, "I want the cheapest casket they got. If it costs $300, $500, give me that one. Give me the cheapest casket, because I'm going in the ground, baby. And I don't care if no worms eat me." And boy, that shit made all the sense in the world. Why your body need to be preserved for what? You know, get buried with a Hennessy body. Want somebody to find a Hennessy body 35, 500 years from now? Who cares? Just going through it, man. I want to use this funeral home. We want to get buried here at this church. This pastor, that's my pastor. All this been planned out, man. And I'm just like sitting here like, it still ain't hit me. Well, your mama finna die, broski. This shit's happening. Hey, man, don't part my eyes, man. Like, before I say this story, like, I gotta prepare it. So I kind of be fucked up. Anyways, moving along. So now it's kind of real, because we didn't plan this, and now I didn't put this figure in my, I say, look, this shit gonna cost about $12,000. So what I do is I go to the funeral home the next day, because I don't care about keeping nobody, because I already know we came from God. Like, we're going back to the dust. So when somebody didn't plan their funeral, let me go ahead and execute. So I go down and I make the plans on my own. I give him all the stuff and he give me a price. I said, okay, $12,000. I got to find $12,000. Let me go search. And like I put it together, bro. I was calling, like, okay, let me see where my mama got some money. Let me see if she got some money out there. And broski, her old job that she was at when she got cancer had long-term disability. And she had a $30,000 policy through that company. I really appreciate them. She used to work with foster children. And man, so now I done came home. Like I'm still working in Iraq. And they sent me home for 27 days. And so I got to go back to work. Imagine you thinking that, man, this might be the end. Your mama just made it final. You done found some money for the funeral, all this shit paid for. Man, I gotta leave. So, man, look, I was, because she had moved her bed downstairs because she just wanted to see everybody when they came in for the party. She didn't want to be upstairs. So, she used to like to walk around the house because her body would get stiff. So she was walking around the house, and I'm sitting on her bed, and I'm just like bawling, crying. Like, oh. It's like, man, you failed, nigga. You failed, nigga. Ha, nigga. Death coming, nigga. Ain't nothing you could do about it. I just cried. Man, she was like a scene from a movie, broski. My mama walked over there and she put her hand on my face. And I felt like a little boy. Like, man, if you watch this shit in the movie, broski, she would put her hand on me, and when the camera turned to me, I would be a little boy crying. That's what that was like. And I knew I had to leave. I knew I had to go, man. Like, in life, you got to make a decision. Like, my mama was like, you're going to have to get what this world got for you. Like, I don't want to hold you. So, since I was paying for a lot of things, and a lot of things still need to be paid for, I had to go back to work. So I get back to work. I'm out there probably about 2-3 weeks. And everybody noticed that my mood then just like, whew. I'm still just going though. Cause I can pump through anything, broski. Like, death is natural. It hurt. It's painful. Shit natural. And so my boss come out to me one day, cause you know everybody knows my mood is just like, I'm an up in spirits person, man. I'm trying to get people moving, man. Like I'm a motivator, but I ain't have it. It's like everything. It's like, you know how they say twins feel everything? That's because they was in the womb together. You was in your mama womb. So as she was dying, I was dying. And the whole time, my family ain't telling me nothing about what's going on. So, everybody got their reasons. And that's all right. But I'm just like trying to figure out what's going on. So they moved my mama to hospice. And that's when I knew. I was like, okay. So this feeling I have is not foolish. Let me call the hospice people and see what they got. And this is where you be learning information, especially about when people are about to die. Like, man, you better start listening to this shit. Because if somebody else in your family about to die, you'll know. Don't be foolish. Death is natural. So I called the hospice lady and she was like, you need to get here because your mom's about to die. I don't think she'll last a week. Remember, I just left my job for 27 days. So the hospice lady is telling me, well, I said, how did you come to that conclusion? You know, just kind of a little back and forth. And this is where nurses can also be very helpful. She said, well, her tongue is black, which means she doesn't have any taste. And most times when people don't have taste, they don't want to eat. So your mom hasn't eaten for a while. Well, she didn't say for a while. She was just like, your mom isn't eating. So it just looks like, we're in the declining stages. And so she was like, I'm giving her a week. So you need to get home. Now it's getting real. So, of course, I told you I just been gone for 27 days from my job. So the project manager that approved the last time is now requesting to see me. So I go see this man, and this is what I remember. I sat down, I looked him straight in his eyes, and the first words that came out of his mouth was, thought you said she was going to die the last time you went on vacation. So I'm looking at it, and I'm trying to hold it together because I'm already depressed, I'm already sad, but now I'm angry. And this is where you, in the moment, you have to still be a professional. Because people are fucking jerks. If you ain't lost your mom or your dad, it's no way that you can identify with that level of pain. So, I go ahead and let him have it. I was like, okay, sir, well, this is what the hospice nurse told me. Said she might have a week. I don't want to show you, I don't have the pictures of what she looked like. She said she ain't been eating. So I was like, I'm going on that plane today. This is the thing. I don't know if he got it, but I was going to beat his motherfucking ass. Either you're going to send me on the plane or I'm going on the plane. That's the decision I had made. I'm a military guy. I make rational fucking decisions. So in my head, I had already planned it out. Next words that come out your mouth, that's what it's going to be. So boom, he went out ahead and approved it. And I went on to the house. Now, nobody told me that my mom had stopped eating the day that I left. She ain't eat no more. She had tapped out. But I didn't know, if I probably looked at her tongue, noticed she was dying. And now all the food tastes like metal. And that's why she don't want to eat. So, I get home. And my aunt picked me up, and we headed to the hospital, or to hospice hospital, same and same. So we get to the hospital, we make it up to the little hospice division, and we walk up in there, and that's just when my family, we get out the elevator and start explaining, okay, she look a little bit different because she ain't been eating. Ain't nobody told me she ain't ate in a month. It's the trick. They'll tell you the fine details. So when we come in, they pull the curtain back. My mama weighs 60 pounds. Man, the sight of my mama haunted me for years. Like, imagine the strongest woman you know, like a woman that always made shit shake, always came through for you, always had really good advice, always was, supportive, always happy for you. Man, it's just the way a mama look at somebody, at their son sometimes, like that shit there, man. The sons might gawk at it, but man, when you don't have that shit, it's tough. Because with women, all that shit is conditional. When you get a wife, that shit be conditional sometimes. Your mama was always happy to see you. So man, that's who I'm losing. So I get home and after I saw her, man, I didn't want to start crying, but you could tell that she was excited to see me. Cause she started moving around. Imagine someone that's like a skeletal figure, like her lips were gone. Like you could just see her teeth. And she was just grabbing for me. And I could not look at her. I could not look at her, man. I just backed off and took off running. I was ran. I don't remember where the fuck I ran to, man. I couldn't even think at this point. That shit was so crazy. Man. So, I come back in, and I'm just looking at her. And I'm seeing because they was trying to feed her, and she just did not want to eat. That shit was crazy. You live right there. All right, appreciate you. Merry Christmas. She did not want to eat. And I'm just sitting there just trying to feed her, man. And it got to the point where, you about to die, so it's rigor mortis. So they put the thing in trying to feed her, and she's clamped down on that shit, and they couldn't even get it out. I'm just is she trying to choke her fucking self? What is going on? So they had to unlock her jaw and pull it shit. This shit looks so fucking painful, broski. And I looked at my family. I said, y'all get my motherfucking mama up out of here. Take her home. She ain't gonna die up in here. So that night, my mama was at home. I slept by her side that night. And when I woke up that morning, she was gone.